From Fort Erie in the car 78. Martin Polhill in the car 212. Benny Taggart in the car number 17. Let's see the devious one, Steve DeVos from Welland in car number 13. Mike Mambella in the car number 5. Jeff Anstead from Lancaster, New York. He'll be steering the car number 61J. The car number 71, ProStock 71. Greg Kremble from St. Catharines. And they drop the green flag. And the first car that moves into the lead is Rick Baker in the car number 78. The Ford of Ed Dimitro Jr. has taken over second spot. Martin Polhill, and here comes the diva. Oh, Marty Polhill. He goes way up the banking. He's going to lose about 3 spots on the racetrack. Oh, it's Rick Baker, Ed Dimitro Jr., Steve DeVos. The car number 17 drives along in the 4th position. And that is the ride of Benny Taggart, Ben Taggart. Mike Mambella, Martin Polhill, and the Jeff Anstead car out of Lancaster. Jeff from Lancaster, New York, in the 61J. And here comes Steve DeVos. On the side of his car, it says, "Happy Birthday, Lori." That's the car number 13 of Steve DeVos. So Rick Baker continues to lead in the car number 78 with Steve DeVos running in second. The Happy Birthday, Lori sign on the side of the DeVos car. So maybe we can give Lori a birthday present, pick up a victory here this evening at the halfway point. So the devious one, Steve DeVos all over the back end of Rick Baker in car 78. Ed Dimitro in the Ford rides third. Benny Taggart goes 4, and Mike Mambella in 5. 6 is the Martin Polhill car, and Jeff Anstead follows him. And Steve DeVos, he has taken over the lead. The car 13, nice outside move by Steve DeVos as he has taken over the lead from Rick Baker. And the 2-lap signal, parallel flags being shown to Steve DeVos in the car number 13. So the devious one has opened it up, trying to pull away now from Rick Baker. And they'll be looking at the white flag this trip around for Steve DeVos. White flag for DeVos. Rick Baker goes second, Ed Dimitro in third, and Benny Taggart holds on to 4, Martin Polhill in 5. And the car number 13 will be in for the victory. Steve DeVos. Second will be Rick Baker, Benny Taggart, Ed Dimitro, Martin Polhill, Mike Mambella, Jeff Anstead in the 61J, and Greg Kremble in the car 71. Get yourself a birthday present there with Steve DeVos picking up a victory out. Storm Norman Lee out of Shorkston. He'll drive car number 56. Dave Mammo from Gasline in the car number 3D. The 124, the Flash Gaspart 124. That's Gary Morash. Todd Rogers in the 88S out of St. Catharines. Norwood Fire in the car 69. From Dunville, the 309 of Dave Clark. Ronnie Reese in the car number 11. Nick Kellermanis at the Ridgeway, driving car number 99. The drop of the green flag, Ronnie Reese has scooted out front, but here comes Gary Morash on the move in car 124, trying to reel him in. Also, Norwood Fire in the Storm and Norman Lee machine, the car 56. Ronnie Reese, a good-looking, brilliant race car out there, really reflects the sun. off that maroon car number 11 of Ronnie Reese, the former Larry Hannigan ride, with Ronnie Reese at the controls of that car. The 124 of Gary Morash starts to take a look on the outside of the Ronnie Reese car. Here comes Norwood Fire. Storm and Norman Lee. Todd Rogers starts to move out now in the car number 88S. Rogers waiting for an opening there, and he starts to scoot through, and Rogers taking over the 4th spot. But Ronnie Reese, Gary Morash, Norwood Fire, and the 88S of Todd Rogers' first 4 cars all running nose to tail. Storm and Norman Lee in 5, and here comes Dave Clark to dispute the 5th position, the car 309. Well, the first 4 cars continue to go nose to tail. Norwood Fire takes a peek on the inside. Look at Todd Rogers. He's in a hurry. They may have locked up crash guards. I think they've hooked crash guards. The Norwood Falca, they break loose now. You see Norwood Fire in the 69, Todd Rogers had hooked crash guards. Or I should say he hooked the bumper in a crash guard, actually. Well, Ronnie Reese continues to lead with the back end almost washed out on him. And the 2 lap signal, parallel flags being shown to the field. Here comes Gary Morash trying to motor up on the inside. Todd Rogers also trying to get up in the thick of things to go for the lead, the 88S car. And the white flag coming out next trip around. And look at the 124. He seemed to have the advantage on the inside. That was the Gary Morash car. Whoa, Morash. And now it's taking over the lead, the final go-around, and Gary Morash has taken over the lead from the 124 of Ronnie Reese. Look at Morash's car, really works in the middle groove. Checkered flag for Gary Morash. Second, Ronnie Reese, Todd Rogers, Norwood Fire, Dave Clark, Norman Lee, and the 3D of Dave Mamo. Okay, here they come now. The Mod Stocks, car number 66, will be Adam Ferry out of Port Colborne. Nick Micallef in the car 27J. Jason Wickens in the yellow 72 car. Greg Williams in the car number 3X. The great Canadian sign painter Robert Baker from Stevensville in car number 40. Mark Newman in the car number 612. Kevin Rochelle, the Rochelle Welding 711. Larry Horrible Hannigan from Port Colborne in the 9H. It'll be Dean Montrell in the 222. Gordy Edwards in the 601. Tim Buck driving the car number 99. Tim Buck, the brand new driver of that car. The car 11J out of Welland, Howard Chernish. Howard Chernish in the car number 11J. The 11 junior car, green flag, we're underway for the Mod Stock machines. And on the shakeout, Adam Ferry takes over the point. Here comes Jason Wickens, Nick Micallef, the Robert Baker car, along with Greg Williams in the car 3X. Oh, 15-year-old Adam Ferry leading them around, and Nick Micallef, the McCooey Auto Service, car number 27J, starts to take over the lead and on the outside. But here comes Adam Ferry battling on back. And Ferry and Micallef, they go side by side, working themselves through that turn number 3 and 4. 2 locations, one around Main Street in the Port and over in Welland. Okay, here come the ProStock cars. 69 of Norwood Fire out of Dunville. The 8 junior car, Ed Dimitro in the 4. The 11 of Ronnie Reese. From Fort Erie, the 78 of Rick Baker. Car 56, that'll be Stormin' Norman Lee. Stormin' Norman Lee from Shirkston. Martin Polhill in the car 212. Benny Taggart in the 7T car out of Welland, the 124 of Gary Morash. The birthday boy, Steve DeVos, he'll be 29 on Wednesday. He was born in 1963, I guess, July, I think, 8th. Okay, the 88S sets the car of Todd Rogers. Todd Rogers, the 88S out of St. Catharines. Dave Clark in the 309 car. Mike Mambella in the car number 5. The 3D of Dave Mammo out of Gasline. 61J. That's Jeff Anstead from Lancaster, New York. Mike Kalamanis in the car number 99, working at the back of the field. And Greg Kremble in the car 71. Kremble, first time out, the Classic Collision car 71, the blue, white, and black machine, Greg Kremble. Apps for the Pro Stocks coming up here on Fast Freddy Tune-Up Shop. Niagara Go-Kart night. The drop of the green flag. Keep your eye on Norwood Farr, the veteran out of Dunville, car number 69. He moves away to the head of the field, the drop of the green flag. And he could be one tough customer to reel in. If this thing should go green to checker, he'd be a very tough guy to catch up to. In the car 69, Norwood Farr out of Dunville. Well, the 69 of Norwood Farr continues to open up a lot of distance. Ed Dimitro Jr. in the 8 Junior car. Ronnie Reese holds on to second. Ed Dimitro in the Ford in third. Whoa, look at this. Man, look at the right side sheet metal on the 78 car. It has been savaged, but Steve DeVos is on the move. Steve DeVos in the 13 car. Going to play catch-up now with the... Whoa, look at this. 2 cars come together. 61J of Jeff Anstead, the 3D of Dave Mammo. All the field stays on the green flag. Like a Norwood Farr continues to start to pull away now from the Ronnie Reese machine. Ed Dimitro and Steve DeVos. DeVos in car 13. He's in the 4th position. 5th is Rick Baker out of Fort Erie with the right rear quarter panel on his car ripped up. Here comes Steve DeVos now. He starts to move under the Ford of Ed Dimitro. And the caution flag coming out. Caution on the speedway. Next trip around here on Fast Freddy's Tune-Up Shop night, along with Niagara Go-Kart sponsoring tonight's race program. Well, Lori, she wants a birthday present. She told Steve DeVos. She said, Steve, I want you to go out and win that feature. Steve will be 29 on this coming Wednesday. The 8th of July, 1963 is when Steve was born, if our arithmetic is correct. Okay, here comes the field on the move as they sweep off turn number 4 one more time. They come back under Dave Muscolzi's green flag, and let's see. Oh, look at this. Steve DeVos, he has taken the lead. The Greg Kremble car, he loops it, but he starts to move, so we should stay under the green flag. And Steve DeVos has taken over the lead. DeVos, the devious one, in car number 13. Starts to pull away now. Here comes Todd Rogers on the move in the car 88S. So DeVos, he's going to give Lori, if he can hang on here, a birthday present of a feature win. And Todd Rogers appears to have one of the fastest cars out there right now. He tries to get underneath the 69 of Norwood Farr. Okay, 8 down, 7 to go. 8 laps complete, 7 to go. We'll come with 9 this time around. It'll be 9 with half a dozen left. 9 down and 6 to go. Boy, they bump and bang. Look at the Rick Baker car. You got the right side of his car on top of the Benny Taggart machine. Working lap number 9. 9 down and 6 to go. We'll come down into the 10th lap this trip around. So 10 down, only 5 left. 10 down, 5 to go. Norwood Farr in second. Todd Rogers goes third. Ronnie Reese in 4, the Ed DiMietro car, trying to hold off the hard Chargers. And here goes Todd Rogers. He motors by. Oh, look at this, 3-car tangle. And the caution flag coming out. Right there, knocking on the back door. Rogers would love to get by the 13 of DeVos and pick up a victory here. But DeVos, they call him the devious one. He continues to hang on to that lead. Okay, this will be 11 with 4 laps to go. And Greg Kremble, well, we should complete 11. Oh, 11 down, 4 to go. And look at Todd Rogers. He's competition for the devious one. Todd Rogers muscles up on the inside of Steve DeVos. As they go door handle to door handle through the corners, it's going to be 12 down, 3 to go. It'll be 12 down, 3 to go. And Steve DeVos high up on the bank. And here comes Todd Rogers. Gains the advantage in car number 88S. We'll be coming down lucky lap number 13. We'll have 2 laps left, but a mile left in this one. When they come by, 13 down, 2 to go. 2 good Chargers up front. And Todd Rogers trying to hold off Steve DeVos. DeVos in car number 13 starts to pull up the challenge. This will be the final go-around, the final circuit coming up. White flag, 14 down, 1 to go. Oh, Steve DeVos one more time gets to the inside of Todd Rogers. They are side by side. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by for one whale of a finish in this one. Let's see what happens here. They are side by side. It's going to be Todd Rogers by half a car length. A half a car length victory for Todd Rogers. Oh, half a candle on Lori's birthday cake. He couldn't pick up the full victory here tonight, but he did an excellent job as he finished just a... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to climb out from behind the wheel of the car number 88S, and when he does, a nice Gasport Speedway welcome, please. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the driver of car 88S, Todd Rogers, in for the victory. Todd Rogers in for the win here on Fast Freddy Tune-Up Shop night, as he receives congratulations from his crew, picking up a well-earned victory as he went side by side with Steve DeVos in the final lap to pick up the win. Niagara Go-Kart night, and along with Niagara Go-Kart, Fast Freddy's Tune-Up Shop over on Route 3 in Waynfleet sponsors tonight's race program. And okay, they tell us now that the money will come from the folks that are listed on that board down there. That's where the $200 is coming from, the Niagara Go-Kart board right down at the base of the starters tower, and along with Fast Freddy. ProStock's coming around or underway, and the Ford grabs the lead. The Farfuss Ford of Ed DiMietro Jr. makes a nice move, and he takes over the lead. And here comes the squadron of Chevrolets trying to trace down the one lonely Ford. So a Ford is first so far on race day. Ed DiMietro trying to hold off the pack of Chevrolets as they come up and challenge him off turn number 4, head down the front straightaway. The devious one, Steve DeVos,
And here comes Gary Morash and Norwood Fire. And Steve DeVos in the car number 13, the devious one, comes up, taps the back bumper, knocks in the back door of Eddie Dimitro Jr. So it's Ed Dimitro, Steve DeVos, Norwood Fire, Gary Morash, and Ray Henry. And we have a problem down in turn 4. Our car looping down there. Uh-oh, the Rick Baker car. He has rearranged the sheet metal on his car. You see the left side of his car has been somewhat savaged out there in that incident down in turn number 4. The green flag out and waving, and there goes Steve DeVos, the devious one. He lied in wait on the outside and almost just grabbed the lead from the Ford. Well, the Ford has fallen back to second spot, and on the move now is the 124 of Gary Morash. Norwood Fire rides in 4th position, and Ray Henry turning a good ride in the car number. Ray Henry in the car number 375, the Fish's Auto car, is also having a very strong run out there, and he moves to the outside now. Norwood Fire. First time that Lewiston's Ray Henry has been in competition. He's taken over 4th spot, and definitely a factor in this one. 4 down, 4 to go, and the devious one, Steve DeVos, the leader. Steve DeVos, Gary Morash, Ed Dimitro Jr., Ray Henry, and the car 69 of Norwood Fire. Ray Henry in the Fish's Auto car really moving up quickly, and this is his first time out, so we're kind of focusing on him. A fine drive that he is turning in, the first time starter here at the Gasport Speedway. The popsicle sticks are up with 2 to go. We've completed 6. We have 2 more laps to go. And the devious one, Laurie Walker, goes over the end in the Southgate oil machine, the car 4L. And the white flag comes. Oh, Gary Morash loops. And the 375 with a sheet metal coming off the right side, the right fender. So Steve DeVos in the car number 13. He'll come in for the checkered flag. Second will be Ray Henry with a right front fender skew on his car. Norwood Fire and the Firefuss Ford of Ed Dimitro Jr. And it looks like Gary Morash unofficially will show him in 5th in the Flash Gaspar 124. That is the car of David Mammo from Gasline. Martin Polhill out of Thorold in car 212. Car number 11 of Ronnie Reese. Ronnie Reese in the car number 11. The number 108, the 108 car, that's Jamie Friesen from Niagara on the Lake, Ontario. Looks like Todd Rogers is going to start outside of row number 2 in the car number 88. 56, driver change in that car. Paul Dumont out of St. Catharines in the car 56. 72R of Al Reese. Al Reese in the car 72R. Guy Sparkplug Bougie. Guy Sparkplug Bougie in the car number 67S coming out. Oh, we're underway with the green flag. And on the shakeout, the lead is going to go to the 3D of Dave Mammo, but here comes Todd Rogers. And Rogers driving out there. He's going to take no prisoners in this one as he zips up into the lead quickly. Well, and here comes Jamie Friesen. He was a feature winner last week, so Friesen certainly driving with a lot of confidence in the car number 108. And he is going to try to work on the outside of the racetrack. Leader remains Todd Rogers, Dave Mammo in second. Ronnie, oh, the 108, he got too high. Oh, boy, talk about calamity. So Todd Rogers in the 88 car continues to hold the lead. Martin Polhill limping, and he may have cut down a tire on his car. So Todd Rogers, 3 laps down, 3 down, and 5 to go. And right now it's Todd Rogers, Dave Mammo, Ron Reese, Paul Dumont in the car 56, and Guy Sparkplug Bougie in the 67S. Al Reese in car 72R. And there goes Jamie Friesen. Oh, 4 complete, 4 complete, 4 to go. 4 down and 4 to go. So Todd Rogers has just destroyed the field, literally running away and hiding in this one. In fact, he holds right now almost a full straightaway advantage over the balance of the field. And he may increase that, yeah, just about give him a full straightaway over Dave Mammo in the car 3D. Ron Reese and Paul Dumont, they go toe-to-toe down in turn number 1. Whoa! And the Ronnie Reese car looping. And the caution flag on the Speedway, caution flag. So this is what the balance of the field we're hoping for. Working single file, we go back under the green flag from Dave Muscolzi. We're underway and on the charge, and the Al Reese car now. So Jamie Friesen trying to make a late race charge up in the car number 108. As a white flag now being shown, a white flag on the Speedway, and Todd Rogers has pulled away one more time. He opens it up over the 3D of Dave Mammo, 67S of Guy Sparkplug Bougie, and Jamie Friesen. Friesen car working nice on the inside of Guy Sparkplug Bougie, but there will be no dispute on this one. The checkered flag will be out for Todd Rogers. Dave Mammo, Jamie Friesen third, Ronnie Reese, and it looks like Al Reese will complete the top 5. Kind of a low budget type of open wheel division here at the Gasport International Speedway. The car number 12, that will be David Dean in the Diltz Automotive car. The number 66, and that is the ride of Adam Ferry, and Adam is out of Port Colborne, Ontario, the Young Auto Pros car. Set to go in the Auto Body 69. That's Norwood Fire from Dunnville. The Cam's Welding car 3D from Gasline, David Mammo. The Firefuss number 8 junior car of Ed Dimitro Jr. The Stewart's Delivery Wagon car number 13. That is the devious one, Stephen DeVos. Steve DeVos in car number 13. The Ronnie Reese in that maroon number 11, good-looking 11 car with Ronnie Reese at the controls. 88S's Todd Rogers. The Flash Gaspar 124. The driver, Gary Morash out of Thorwald. The 108 car, that is Jamie Friesen from Niagara on the Lake, Ontario. The 78, Rick Baker. Guy Sparkplug Bougie in the car 67S. The car number 72R, and that is the ride of Al Reese. Al Reese in the 72R. We understand the 78. We made a mistake on that. We were informed but forgot, but it's Bobby Richards driving the car number 78. The 56 will be Paul Dumont, Nick Kalamanis in the 99 car. The Walker Racecraft, Southgate Oil, the car number 4L, that is Lori Walker. Wade Mohawk out, and he hails from Irving, New York, the car number 19. The Randy Smoke Shop, 21K for Randy Chrysler. Randy Chrysler in a 21K car. Well, that sets the field. We almost forgot about Thorwald. Martin Polhill. The Polhill Racing, car number 212. Marty Polhill, who picked up a victory in the B main over at Blodgett Mills, the speedway up there. Can't bring them gathered up. They're working themselves 2 by 2. And it looks like we will be set to go. As Dave Muscolzi clenches the green, looks the field over. And they drop the green, and we're under. Whoa, look at this along the front straightaway. Cars make some contact. And everybody sorts themselves out, and we continue on. And Norwood Fire has moved up to the head of the class in car 69. But Dave Mammo gives him an argument in the 3D machine. Here comes Stephen DeVos in the Stewart's Delivery 13 car. The Fire Plus Ford of Ed Dimitro riding in the 4 spot. 5 is Todd Rogers in the 88S. Well, the devious one now works down low upstairs, the 69 of Norwood Fire. The devious one, Steve DeVos in car 13. Well, look at Todd Rogers now. He made a nice inside move. And he's taking 3rd place away from the 3D of David Mammo. It remains the 69 of Norwood Fire being pressured out there by the devious one, Stephen DeVos, in car number 13, the Stewart's Delivery Wagon car, and Steve is riding 2nd and knocking on the back door of Norwood Fire. So the top 3, here comes Todd Rogers. You can see Rogers' car coming to life and surging up on the outside as they are almost 3 wide. They sweep hard off turn number 4. They'll come back down to Dave Muscolzi, and Steve DeVos was the first car back around. So the devious one, Steve DeVos in car 13, taking over the lead from Norwood Fire, and here comes Todd Rogers. Rogers now trying to move up in the 88S. He and the 69 of Norwood Fire battle the door handle through that tricky turn number 3 and 4. Todd Rogers now in 2nd. Norwood Fire falls back to 3rd. Gary Morash in 4, and Dave Mammo holds on to the 5th position. Steve DeVos would like to start pulling away now, but a couple of fleet machines. Uh-oh. Todd Rogers getting bumped out there, it appeared, and he loses a couple of spots on the racetrack. Jamie Friesen also trying to move up in the 108. Oh, Jamie Friesen now. He has moved up, I guess, into the 5th position. Jamie Friesen now 5 and closing on the 4th place car, the 3D of David Mammo. So everybody out there just kind of pushing and shoving out there, trying to make their way to the front of the field. But right now, Steve DeVos completely in command of this one. At the halfway point, 8 down, 7 to go. 8 down, 7 to go. Well, the 67S of Guy Sparkplug Bougie pulls to the infield. And this will be 9 down, a half a dozen left. Al Reese being told faster cars are moving by. In fact, there's the leader, Steve DeVos. So Jamie Friesen now has taken over the 4th position. But Steve DeVos, he has opened up, and he's about 3/4 of a straightaway advantage over the 69 of 2nd place Norwood Fire. And Norwood Fire, he has the work cut out for him, trying to stave off the charge of the 124 of Gary Morash. Well, the caution flag out for one more time, and this is what maybe some of the other cars are, and bring it back either into the infield or back onto pit road in the car 4L Sunday. The Barefoot one out of Watertown, New York. And that will be a treat for everybody here. Okay, under the green flag one more time. Steve DeVos, the devious one. He has taken control of the field, but he's being pressured out there by the 124 of Gary Morash. Uh-oh. Jamie Friesen in trouble. His car does a 360. Jamie, well, he does one more 360 in the infield, so he may be parking his car. And the yellow flag coming out for the 108 of Jamie Friesen out of Niagara-on-the-Lake. Okay, here they come. The field comes to clean up through the gearbox. So back up to racing speed one more time. The field restarts himself. Look at there, 3 wide on the front straightaway. Robbie Richards and the Paul Dumont machine, they were racing side by side. Now everybody shakes loose, and the field now almost all at single file. Meanwhile, out of the field, the devious one continues to head up the class. The popsicle sticks are up with 2 to go. So it's DeVos, Morash, Norwood, Farr, Martin, Polhill, and Dave Mamo has climbed back into the 5th position. Now they'll be sweeping off turn number 2, head down the back straightaway. The field on the charge. We're going to come down, 1 to go, ladies and gentlemen. White flag coming up, so stand by for a finish. As here comes the 13, the 124 of Gary Morash, trying to make a last-ditch effort to reel in the 13 car. Look at the corner. Morash now pulls up close. They come off turn number 2. Morash knows time, laps, and everything is winding down quickly. Keep your eye on the second place, 124. He makes it run at the leader. Listen to the bumper tag. Here they come. They'll come to the checkered flag. Steve DeVos in for the victory. Gary Morash second. Norwood, Farr, Martin, Polhill, and the 3D of Dave Mamo. So what a finish that was. It looked like that Steve DeVos had in the bag, and all it was, it appeared the bag may have broken, but he held on. Very close victory. You can see Gary Morash in a sportsman-like gesture, waving to him and saying, hey, good race out there, partner. Gary Morash finishing a very close second in the provincial Flash gas bar machine, but the devious one. In any case, he was our feature winner in the Pro Stocks. And the car number 13, Steve DeVos is visiting Victory Circle. And the car number 13, he'll be climbing out. He formerly used to race here on Sunday night, climb into a truck, and then go down to Philadelphia. Steve has said, I guess as he got to the ripe old age of 28, he stays closer to home now, and may have even changed jobs, but we'll wait for Steve DeVos to climb out. I can see his wife heading down there, as long with some of his, well, look at this, the baby in arms is going to Victory, probably the youngest child we've ever had in Victory Circle here over the years, and that is Steve DeVos's child down there with his wife waiting for, look at the fan support. I don't know if these are all Steve DeVos's kids or not, but in any case, there's a large group of Steve DeVos supporters down there trackside. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, climbing out from behind the wheel of car number 13. How about it for the devious one? Steve DeVos in the Stewart's delivery wagon, car number 13. Hey, Steve, be careful, please. Be careful with that load you have. I know you just come up to the field in a very wild race, but be very, very careful. Let your wife, hold the checkered flag. So this is going to be a rather large group photograph down there in Victory Circle. Cameraman, head on backwards. He is ready to do some flashing down there. Oh, I can see. Okay, Steve and his 2 children down there in Victory. I'd have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that is the youngest person we've ever had in Victory Circle. Too young to remember this night in Victory Circle at the Gasport Speedway, but in any case, and now all the rest of the squad gathering in there. Mark the Shark and the balance of the crew all moving in and giving their congratulations to the pilot of car number 13, the devious one, Steve DeVos. Ladies and gentlemen, while we got him down in Victory Circle, one more time, please, for a very fine run by a very fine young race car driver. How about, ladies and gentlemen, the Gasport Speedway, welcome to Victory Circle. One more time, please, for Steve DeVos. Okay, here they come, ladies and gentlemen. The Monstockers rolling out here behind that Mercury Villager from our pace car sponsor, Al Slattery Ford. 66 car, a young Auto Pro machine of Adam Ferry out of Port Colborne. McCooley Auto Sales, 27J of Nick. The field of Pro Stock cars. Ronnie Reese in the maroon number 11 car. He'll start up front. One with Norwood Farr in the 69, and Norwood hails from Dunville. Ed Dimitro Jr. in the Farfuss Ford. That is the only Ford in the field for the Pro Stock cars. The Cam's Welding 3D, and that is Dave Mamo. On a Thorold in the car 212, that is Martin Polhill. The 88S, Todd Rogers out of St. Catharines in the 88S car. Next car in line, the Flash Gas Bar 124, and that is the ride of Gary Morash from Mullet. Nick Kalamanis, he'll steer the car number 99. The 108 of Jamie Friesen out of Niagara on the Lake Ontario. Stewart's delivery wagon, car number 13. That's the devious one. Stephen DeVos in the car number 13. Similarly, Rick Baker in car number 78. The 02 of Randy Smith out of Niagara on the Lake. From Lewiston, the Randy Smoke Shop 21K. And at the keyboard of that car is Randy Chrysler. Randy Chrysler out of Lewiston, New York in the 21K car. Number there, and we find out it's the 56 Kathy Dunn steering the Norman Lee, car number 56. It'll be Kathy Dunn doing the driving for that car. Okay, here they come. ProStock's underway with a drop of the green flag. They set up in turns number 1 and 2, and on the break off 2, it's Norwood Farr. He takes over the lead. The Dunville Auto Wreck is Hank's auto body car, and he is going to be the leader of lap number 1. Here he comes, swinging off turn number 4, and the caution coming out. Appears to be dragging. That's the Martin Polhill car. 124 of Gary Morash. The 108, that is Jamie Friesen from Niagara Lake. Jamie led flag to flag a couple weeks ago in recording a victory in the Pro Stocks. Well, here they come, back on the attack. Look at Todd Rogers. He surges up front in the car number 88S. So Todd Rogers takes over the lead here in the very early going as they shuffle the deck off turn number 2, head down the back straightaway. Rogers, the current leader. Norwood Farr in second. Dave Mammal now rides third. Jamie Friesen on the move in 108. Has pulled up into the 4th position. He puts the 3rd spot under challenge. Jamie Friesen now trying to break loose. Some of the cars may have hooked crash guards. It looks like cars have hooked crash. Now they break loose. We can continue under the green flag, and it remains Todd Rogers, Norwood Farr, a 108 car, and that's the Jamie Friesen machine. He goes 3rd. Jamie Friesen closing up now on the 2nd place runner. And the Firefuss Ford of Ed DiMitro Jr., he's trying to find some racing room out there in the 8 Junior Ford car. And here comes Jamie Friesen. He is really having at it now, the 69 of Norwood Farr, as they continue to debate the 2nd and 3rd spot. And Jamie Friesen has taken over 2nd. He set sail for the leader. The leader in this case is Todd Rogers in the 88S. Rogers muscles his car down the front straightaway one more time, and here comes Jamie Friesen. Norwood Farr in 3rd, 4th spot, Dave Mammo. 5, now the Ford of Ed DiMitro has moved up to the 5th spot, but a very distant 5th position. It looks like Rick Baker, the 124 of Gary Morash, got tangled up. Whoa! Looks like somebody got tagged heavily. I don't know if that's a Nick Calamanis car or who over there, but somebody got rather tagged heavily. Okay, this will be 7 down, 8 to go. And right now it's the Todd Rogers car. He has really opened it up. He has got almost probably a 3/4 of a straightaway advantage over the 2nd place runner, Jamie Friesen. And the 108, I believe Friesen may have cut that down to about half a straightaway now, because Friesen's really on a roll on the car 108. Nick Calamanis, the 88 of Rogers, had to work himself around the 99 car. We have 8 down, and 7 left. Lucky 7 laps left to be run. And look at this battle. Here, one of the cars, the nose section of the car being ripped up somewhat, and a right rear tire. Oh, we thought perhaps he had a right rear going down, the Rick Baker machine. Well, 9 down, a half a dozen left. 9 down, 6 to go. And the 108 now, Jamie Friesen, he draws a bead on the leader. Well, 10 down, only a handful of laps left to be run, 5 in total. Randy Smith getting a little squirrely down in turn number 4, but continues on. Randy Smith in the 02 out of Virgil, Ontario. So Todd Rogers now, he has the prospect with 4 to go. He will start working himself. He'll play a chess match of sorts, trying to find a way around some of the slower cars as he begin to draw down on them and start to move around some of the slower cars. Well, we should have 12 complete, 12 down, and we have, oh, look at that good-looking 11 car which started out. Now looks like a modified on the right side as the fender and some of the sheet metal has been peeled back from the Ronnie Reese race car. We'll be looking for the 2-lap signal for Todd Rogers, but Rogers, he is tied up now in slower traffic. And 2 to go for Todd Rogers. Todd Rogers continues the battle with some of the slower traffic. As Jamie Friesen, the second place runner, motors by. Jamie Friesen in second. And Friesen now still perhaps 3/4 of a straightaway down to the leader. That is Todd Rogers. White flag, 1 to go for Todd Rogers. 1 to go for the chaser, Jamie Friesen. Third place is Norwood Farr. 4 is Dave Mamo. So Dave Mamo tenaciously in the 4th spot. Oh, the checkered flag will fly, and it will come out. It'll be for Todd Rogers. Jamie Friesen, here comes Jamie Friesen. He will be second. Third place will be Norwood Farr. 4th, Dave Mamo. And it might be the 0-2. I'm not sure, but I'm not certain of the 5th place finisher. But it may be the Randy Smith car. Both of the cars, some of them have really been ripped up. Rogers' car in for the victory. Well, there he is in victory circle, ladies and gentlemen, when he unbuckles and takes his helmet off and is greeted out there by the folks from the Wheels Discount Auto Stores. But when he climbs out, a nice Gasport Speedway welcome, ladies and gentlemen, for the driver. He's out of his car. You can hear you now. How about it for Todd Rogers in for the victory in the car 88S. And the Wheels Discount folks down there to greet the driver of the car number 88S. And some of his supporters also coming out to lend their greeting, because a fine job was turned in by Todd Rogers. The folks from the Wheels Discount Stores, Marty Santmeyer, Willie Wallen, and Ed Wezowitz. Ed Wezowitz, he's the assistant manager of the store, and that good-looking Wheels Discount banner has also been held aloft out there. Okay, now they tell us. So here is the registration. We've got the right numbers now on this. This is a U.S. registration. It's a gray pickup truck, JL 2553. So it's a U.S. registration. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next up on our schedule, and once again, that is the pickup truck, the F-150, and that is the iris-colored, iris the color on that from Al Slattery Ford, 2 locations, 1 in Port Colborne, 1 in Welland, Ontario. The Diltz Mechanical 12 car, that is the Dave Dean machine. The 99 is Darren Peters. McCooey Auto Sales 27J, and that is Nick Micallef. We have 23 down, only 2 to go. 23 down, 2 to go. Working. It'll be the final lap coming up. Look at Don Martin. He goes to the outside, but Ashton's going to hold him off on the white flag lap with only 1 to go. 4 turns of the wheel coming up. They drive it hard through the first and second corner. Don Martin now moves to the outside of the racetrack. Keep your eye on Don Martin. Trying to take it away on the outside. And they're going to come down. The checkered flag will fly. It'll be Paul Ashton, Don Martin, Dan Habuda, George Sider, and Bruce Parks. So a Gasport Speedway car winning that one, the 711. That's from the team Gasport, and that was the car of Paul Ashton picking up the victory. Also understand Don Martin representing the Gasport team, so to the 711, Paul Ashton. And his crew coming out. Boy, I'll tell you, he had to really work to pick up the victory in that one. Don Martin, a very close second. Close down, but no cigar. So Don Martin turning in an excellent drive also. And the folks heading down there from the Wheels Discount Auto Stores for the award ceremony and victory. Look at the crowd down there. I'll tell you, Paul Ashton, a very popular driver here at Gasport Speedway, waiting for him to climb out. And we want to give him a very nice Gasport Speedway welcome in the victory circle. For Paul Ashton in car 711 in for the victory. oil car, really turning in a yeoman job here tonight. Boy, he just won that one by half a car length over the fast closing 4M of Don Martin. George Sighted Machine. He was 4th and 5th spot, one of the 37 of Bruce Parks. Oh, look at the crowd down there. So one more time, ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause, please, for Paul Ashton in car number 711. Well, there's the pace pickup from Al Slattery Ford, 2 locations, one here on West Main in Port Colborne and over in Welland, Ontario. That's an Irish traffic. They'll start the checker match right now. They make the right moves around some of the slower cars. Look at Brian Stevens, Pete McNell, and Alan Johnson. And oh, the Brian Stevens car in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, we reached the halfway point, 25 down, 25 to go. Danny Johnson, the leader. Ronnie Smoker goes in 2nd spot. 3rd is Alan Johnson. And Pete McNell and also Scotty Wood. Smoker with 2 to go, and Denny Johnson dives down hard down there, the 27J. McNell going in 3rd spot. White flag, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the white flag. Out for Ronnie Smoker. Denny Johnson in 2nd, Pete McNell 3rd, Scotty Wood, and Brian Stevens holds on to the 5th spot. Checkered flag will be ready this time. Here he comes. Here comes Ron Smoker. Checkered flag. 2nd will be Danny Johnson. 3rd, Pete McNell. 4th, the 38 of Scotty Wood, and completing the top 5, it'll be Brian Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Pulling the proverbial rabbit out of the hat twice within 1 month. Back on the early part of August, he beat the car 72. Brett Hearn over at the Maryville Speedway in a qualifying event. And tonight he took the measure of Danny Johnson with only 2 or 3 laps to go. So this guy here, Ronnie Smoker, he has been on a hot streak late in the car 62 while out of North Boston. gentlemen, to recap the top 5, it was Ronnie Smoker in for the victory. Danny Johnson will be second, 27J. The 42 of Pete Bignell third, and the 38 car of Scotty Wood 4, and rounding up the top 5, the 4 of Flying Brian Stevens. And the Wheels Discount Auto Store folks heading out in the victory circle one more time for their presentation. Marty Santmeyer, Willie Wallen, and Ed Wezowitz. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he climbs out from behind the wheel, the car 62R. He did it once again, ladies and gentlemen. The helmet comes off. Also, have a nice round of applause for Pete Bignell on car 42. He gets the spot. Ron Smoker already has a spot. And with Pete Bignell finishing in the 3rd position, Pete Bignell gets the Wheels Discount Auto Store spot from the Gasport Speedway. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, nice round of applause, please, for the driver of North Boston, New York. You can hear you now, ladies and gentlemen. How about it for Ronnie Smoker, the industrial... He has quickly become Mr. Outside in the Dirt 358 modified ranks. Twice within the last 3 or 4 weeks, he has made a beautiful outside move and picked up the victory. Oh, receiving congratulations from his wife Jackie down there. Ron Smoker, ladies and gentlemen. Just an excellent, excellent ride. He has the winner's medallion placed around his neck. So the festivities continuing down in Victory Circle. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. This guy earned it. I'll tell you, he drove his heart out all race long in the King Oil Industrial Tire, the car 62R, Ronnie Smoker. And also a nice round of applause, please, for the gentleman that will represent Gasport Speedway at Syracuse come Super Dirt Week in October, the driver of car 42, Peter Bignell. So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the activities tonight. I want to thank